What's going on, Pisces? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of January 4th through the 10th of 2021. Happy New Year to you, 2021. We're here. Lots of changes going on in the astrology this week. Mars is going into Taurus in your third house. That's a big deal. Been in your second house for 6 months with a retrograde. Mercury is a big deal too, ingressing into Aquarius in your 11th house, and Venus is coming into your 11th house of Capricorn. So lots of energy shifts this week, and I mean, it's talk about like a new year. Like, this new energy is coming in quick. So let's take a look here at the astrology for you. You do have a ton of stuff going on in the 12th house, but I think the big story is really Mars moving into your third house. This is having you act on the environment you want, having you really go after the stimulating life that you desire, and I think it can bring up a lot with your mind and acting on your mind and using that sharpness to make things happen for yourself. And the flip side of that is Mercury in your 12th house makes it difficult, and that Mercury is also just in your 12th house makes it a little difficult. So you need to kind of like not get lost. Like, I feel like there's needle in a haystack energy for Pisces. Like, I feel like you can feel a little lost right now, a little out in the middle of nowhere, and that's going to pass. But you got to make sure that you're looking at things objectively and acting on them objectively, and not escaping into a weird place with all this 12th house stuff, and with Jupiter pressing on a square to Uranus, Saturn heading that way, Mercury heading that way. Like, the environment could be getting flipped upside down, but like it's empowering you to like accelerate your mind and your environment to what's going to bring you more stimulating energy, more twin-like energy, and just don't escape from it. Use the energy to help you build something amazing. You do have Venus moving into your 11th house. Like, you going into things and innovating is going to be really beautiful. Like, connect to the people that are helping you level up in life. Like, this is a lot of level up energy. So how can you be very individuated, go into the future that's going to bring you something amazing? You don't have to do it like anybody else. In fact, the South Node is in your 10th house. You literally don't need to be acting the way society's telling you. You need to be acting the way that you feel emotionally, that brings you that sense of being at home. And, the more that you can connect to people that see that individuality within you, the more stimulating your environment and the more twin-like it's going to be. That sun's going to quincunx that North Node, which is interesting. I would say that that's definitely trying to show you the inner world is actually connected to your future, and you have to have that stability within yourself to go into the hopes of a new world, to innovate, to, really express yourself from a new perspective, to look at things more objectively when it comes to the emotional foundation that you want, or even dealing with your home life. You got Neptune in your first house. The sun's going to square that Neptune. So I think Spirit is really trying to show you your empowerment right now. And it's the empowerment of doing something different. It's the empowerment of embracing your uniqueness, looking at things objectively, not getting lost in trying to escape, but, acting on what's bringing you the stimulation, even if things just feel like they're all over the place. And I'll be honest, Mercury is going to be in your 12th house for a long time with a retrograde coming up. So it can just feel like there's a lot of unseen stuff happening, and it could feel like you might want to escape into a weird place. Try not to lose yourself. Don't disconnect from reality too much. Try and still be objective here. There's a lot of beauty in moving forward with the future that you really want, especially with Venus making that trine over to that Mars in your third house. Like, if you can embrace your individuality and embrace other people as being an individual, and use that energy to level up your environment, to level up the relationships, I think that you're going to see that a lot of things are opening up, and that there is a beauty to the madness, but you have to kind of trust that Spirit's guiding you to drive forward in the right directions, even though they're completely new and completely switched up and everything's kind of crazy. And, it can feel like I said, like needle in a haystack. Like, I don't know how to make the environment good because my mind's all over the place. You still want to be objective and try to tap into what you can do for yourself, and to not get lost too much. But overall, I think the more that you can focus on taking that deep breath, coming back to spirit, coming back to the universe, you're going to see that all the signs are right there in front of you, and they're going to show you how to make your environment very good, even if it just feels like the mind's going through a crazy overstimulation right now. What'd you get? You got the Four of Pentacles. Ooh. There's a lot in the Cadent houses here. And I would say that, like, you just don't want to hold on to what society's telling you the world needs to look like. I think things are just shifting massively this week. You got to find what's really valuable to yourself. Let go of maybe like what your mind thinks the world should look like right now, and just let the universe drop in how it's meant to look. And the more you hold on to maybe the physical world that you're looking for right now, the more you're actually going to want to escape it. So, don't be greedy when it comes to like what you think the world should look like or what the universe should look like, because it'll prove you wrong time and time again. It just is like, life's going to happen, but how can you find that like emotional sovereignty, especially with the North Node in your fourth house, like embracing your inner world and knowing that you do create your reality, but that doesn't mean that you can change the weather. That doesn't mean that you can change the news. That doesn't mean that you can change all that stuff. The more that you can let go of the idea of what everything needs to look like and just focus on what your world inside looks like, the better off you're going to be. I love you very much, Pisces, and I will catch you next time. Peace.